Why is it so fucking hot? Hey, hi guys, so I am melting. It's like 29 degrees in Paris, which is, wow, extremely hot, especially considering the fact that it's been raining non-stop for the last month or so. I am going to travel really soon, and I'm going to Malaysia and I'm going to Myanmar. I'm not going on my own for the whole trip. I am living with a friend of mine, basically, who is from Malaysia. So we're going to Malaysia for a week really quickly, and then we're spending about a little bit less than 2 weeks together in Myanmar, and then I'm spending about 13 days on my own. It's not really a solo trip, but there's a part of solo traveling going on here. And even like the first part of the trip is solo because my friend and I don't live in the same city. She lives in the south of France and I live in Paris, as you probably know. So I'm flying from Paris to Kuala Lumpur and I'm flying on my own. It's gonna be my first time taking a flight that's so long on my own, and I'm really nervous about that. Actually, I might even be more nervous about the flight itself than just spending some time on my own when I'm in Myanmar. I have traveled solo before, and I'm going to talk about traveling solo in this video. I'm not going to talk about really, you know, what I have experienced or the tips or anything like that. I'm more so explaining probably why I'm traveling solo. Lately, I've been really thinking of traveling solo because I feel like this is a time in my life, at least I've reached a time in my life when I want to experience that and sort of test myself. I first traveled solo when I was 19 and I went to Moscow in Russia on my own for about 3 days. And that was a disastrous experience because of the fact that I was a very inexperienced traveler. I didn't know how to travel basically, because that's kind of something you get better at with time usually. And also I was really tired and I was sick. That's the first time I had a panic attack. Then I traveled solo, when was that? Last year, I think, for about 4 days I was on my own in Budapest, but I don't really count that as traveling solo, even though yes it is, but I know Budapest so well and I've been there so many times. It really doesn't count because I kind of know the city like Paris and I feel very comfortable there. It's definitely a bit unsettling and a bit unfamiliar at first to just do things on your own and have no one to share them with. Like when you see something beautiful, when you want to go eat by yourself, it's a bit like, should I do it? Should I go there? Whatever. This time is the first time I'm traveling solo, like proper solo traveling. I'm staying for a while on my own in a city I don't know, in a country I don't know. I don't speak the language. I don't really know what I'm gonna do, and I don't plan on staying in the same city for like the days I'm gonna be on my own. So I've been watching a lot of videos lately about people, and especially women, traveling solo, and that's something I want to experience very much. That's also something that really scares me. So the first thing I guess I want to, or at least the first thing I sort of expect of traveling solo, is to go beyond my limits. You know that I have social anxiety and I have a generalized anxiety disorder as well, and I have emetophobia. Honestly, if I were to get sick when I'm on my own, I don't know what I would do. Like that's really something I hope is not gonna happen, because I cannot deal with that situation like normal people would. So that's scary. Having social anxiety means that I don't do well, for me at least, in social gatherings. So you know, when you're traveling on your own, you kind of meet people randomly usually, which is something I do anyway, even when I'm traveling with people. When you're traveling on your own, people will suggest that you go to parties at hostels or happy hours at whatever, and that's not something I can do because of my social anxiety, so it makes it a little bit tricky to meet people. And it also means that, you know, my generalized anxiety disorder means that everything can become a really big source of anxiety, stress, and even fear and phobia. And it's something you cannot plan, something you cannot really predict. You don't know when it's gonna happen, what's gonna happen, and what's gonna trigger your social anxiety. At least for me, that's how it is, or my anxiety. So it's really a challenge to travel on your own when you have anxiety, at least to the level that I am. The second thing I really expect from traveling solo is to meet people. Like, I usually meet people when I'm traveling, but you know, because I'm staying with my friends, it's not the same sort of encounter or the same sort of exchanges that you have with people. And I'm speaking here as much about the locals as other travelers. I know that I have usually a really good sort of connection with people. Perhaps because I'm so scared of people thinking I'm cold or awkward, or I don't know, I apparently give a completely opposite vibe, like someone who's quite warm and friendly, which is positive, thanks God. I know because of my hair and because of probably just, you know, yeah, mostly my hair, but also when I went to Japan, you know, because my skin is very fair and, you know, my eyes and stuff, people will look at you and people might find it a bit offensive, or people might find that a bit, you know, uncomfortable. For me, I really don't mind, and I actually always engage a conversation in that situation where I feel like the people are, you know, looking at me or are being a bit like curious about where I'm from, what I'm doing, or why I'm here. So I hope to meet locals that way. And I'm also excited to meet other travelers. I really want to hear other people's stories and where they've been or why they're here, what they're doing in life, you know. I think I'm really looking forward meeting people. The first thing I'm expecting from solo traveling is to gain a lot of confidence. I feel like I've gained a lot of confidence lately, both because of my therapy being sort of successful and being, obviously it's a work in progress, but you know, that feels nice, and also because of having really good results at university, and then just seeing how well my internship's going, I mean how well it went, and to see that I was able to speak in front of a class and whatnot. I feel like this is something that brought me a lot of confidence, and solo traveling, I hope at least, will definitely increase and amplify that, hopefully. And the last thing sort of I'm expecting of solo traveling is to, how would I say, I kind of want to experience deeper feelings, and I kind of want to learn new things about myself, and I want to surprise myself. When you're traveling solo, I think you really need to rely on yourself and to create a communication with yourself and a relationship with yourself that sometimes we don't really focus on, or that we don't even really care for at all in our daily lives. Hopefully all of those things happen, and even more. I'm pretty sure they're gonna happen. I know I'm also gonna be really scared at times, really pissed off, lonely, anxious, tired. That's probably sometimes gonna be a bit tricky, but I have good hopes that it's gonna be an amazing experience. So thank you for watching this video, guys. Let me know if you have done solo traveling, if you would like to do it, and why, the pros and the cons in your opinion, and I will see you later, guys. Bye!